must look within himself to see whether she, who has been entrusted to him as a sister in humanity, as a spouse, has not become in his heart an object of adultery. These are the words of Blessed John Paul II, many who consider to be a modern-day saint. On August 15th, 1988, in his apostolic letter, Mulieris Dignitatem, on the dignity and vocation of women. And what a field day the media had with this one, astounded that the Pope was concerned over men lusting after their very own wives. Hi everyone, I'm Raylan Alleman, and you're watching Citadel Catholic Media. So what was the Holy Father saying here anyway? Is he saying that each act of marital intercourse is supposed to be some cold experience solely for the purpose of conceiving a child? Obviously not, because it's always been the teaching of the Church that marital intercourse should be for a twofold purpose, that it should be always unitive and procreative, that it should be out of love between a husband and a wife, and that should always be open to the possibility of the conception of a child. But what he is saying is that women are being used for men's pleasure outside of authentic love, and this could even happen in valid sacred marriages. It reminds me of what our Blessed Mother said at Fatima, that more souls would go to hell over sins of the flesh than over any other sin. Or what Pope Paul VI said in his encyclical Humanae Vitae, where men would no longer be concerned about the well-being of women to the extent that they would become instruments for his selfish enjoyment instead of beloved and respected companions. Does this seem how women are viewed by men today? I challenge you to just turn on your TV for 5 minutes or get in your car and drive down the road for 1 mile and see if you don't see women portrayed in such a way and dressed in such a way that violates the long-standing standard of the Church in order to protect their dignity and modesty from inciting the lusts of men. Catholic married men, we need to see things through the lens of the Church. If we passively allow these images and visual messages into our minds and hearts, it will affect our relationships with our wives. It is in this that we start to see them as objects of our pleasure, as John Paul suggested. You know, Pope Paul VI was under an immense amount of pressure to approve the use of the contraceptive pill by Catholics back in 1968, the year of my birth. Thanks, Mom. And one of the main arguments in favor of the pill was that it would give married couples the freedom to enjoy their sexual intimacy without having to be concerned with the possibility of conceiving a child. Well, we see how well this logic is panned out for us. While the vast majority of Catholics practice contraception and sterilization or mutilation of the body, they suffer the same disastrous divorce rates of 50 to 60% of Catholic marriages ending in divorce, just as the rest of society. While faithful Catholics, obedient Catholic couples, open to having children, and only in rare, serious circumstances practice a natural type of family planning that involves abstinence, will only suffer only a 5% divorce rates in those marriages. Guys, let's consider the challenge that Blessed John Paul is laying here before us. You know, we're not supposed to lust after other women, but we're not supposed to lust after our wives either. How's our relationships with our wives? Are we there for her? Do we listen to her? You know, sometimes she'll just want to voice her concerns or need a little reassurance, and sometimes she just wants to vent and for us to listen. And many an affair has been started over men listening to ladies' problems. Do we still court our wives? Just because we're married, it doesn't mean that we no longer pursue them or have an interest in them. And boy, doesn't that sound lame. I'm interested in my wife. How about I'm crazy about my wife? Are we there for them? Do we enjoy their company? Do we talk about the things that excite us, that inspire us, the dreams that we have, the hopes that we have for our children? We get so wrapped up in the rat race that the things that are important get swept to the side. Our wives deserve for us to honor their feminine beauty and to show an appreciation for the feminine contribution that they make to our home. If they don't feel that appreciation from us, they're going to look for it somewhere else outside the home. and our wives deserve for us to be honorable and gentlemanly, not groveling, but the term chivalry comes to mind. And if we look at men of chivalry in ages past, they would be out on the battlefield slaying the enemy and then returning to lead their homes, caring for their wives and children. But it goes beyond mere companionship. The church teaches us that the reasons for marriage are for the begetting of children and for the mutual assistance in salvation. This is real leadership, leading our wives to heaven. This is what we're going to talk about next time on Husbands Love Your Wives, uncompromising leadership, here at Citadel Catholic Media. Come back and see us. God bless you.